Hey, yo, what's up with the what's up? You already know what time it is, baby. So we got the moon rotating and Virgo at the moment. Now, what is Virgo? And what is the moon? See, the moon is who you are on the inside. Of course, Virgo is all about analytical details, meteor Earth, and of course, adapting to the changes when it comes to work, health routines, stability, safety, security, and of course, beyond pleasures when it comes to the desires, when it comes to the physical realm, and when it comes to the down to earth practical matters. That's what basically Virgo is. So Virgo is pretty much want things to be organized, want things to be consistent, and wants things to be, perfect. So that's how we all are gonna basically be reacting and responding to things where we got Virgo at in our charts. And of course, the sun is still in Scorpio. So this is gonna basically shine light on areas and locations where we need to basically be reacting deeply towards our privacy and what makes us feel comfortable when it comes to being healthy, consistent, organized, of course, getting into our routine, our scheduling system. So that's basically how it's going to basically play out in that circumstance situation. So this is going to basically be so we got the mutable earth and we got the fixed water. So a mutable earth, that means our moods is going to basically go through a rapid change when it comes to us worrying about things. And of course, our actions, things that we shine light on, is going to be fixed, determined, passionate. So that's basically going to be the characteristics. And also, we are pretty much just leaving the moon being the Leo, where we had this grand square trine, where we had this grand square cross. So whenever there's a grand square cross in the sky, that's the time where you pretty much need to go ahead and, of course, learn the areas and, of course, the aspects that's in your life that you need to learn how to basically change. Because we had it in the moon and Leo, so that means you need to be learning how to react and respond towards giving attention to things. We had the grand square tread and the grand square and the Saturn in the Aquarius, so that pretty much means you need to learn how to go through the obstacles and of course the rejections when it comes to your status and what you're known for, and how you pretty much want to gain comfortability and safety and security when it comes to you reacting, responding towards, giving love and attention, and of course receiving it, and of course expressing it, and also putting yourself into a situation of you dealing with the Sun in Scorpio, Mercury in Scorpio, Venus in Scorpio, your actions, what's on your mind, and your value system when it comes to you having a deeper connection on things. And also, we also basically had Uranus and Taurus, which is having our own comfortability and our own fixated way of being down to earth and practical and stable, and of course having our own characteristic phrase going to that spectrum, and of course dealing with that North Node of Taurus, putting it into a circumstance situation of getting comfortable with uncomfortable scenarios when it comes to being down to earth and of course practical, stable. Yeah, so basically, with that basically being said in that situation, that circumstance situation, yeah, you need to pretty much start getting your scheduling system, your organizations, your details, your perfection, your devil in the details. Oh yeah, speaking of devil in the details, today's is the life path number 6. So all the life path number 6 today, and of course the moon is in Virgo, so you can also correlate that towards the 6 zodiac sign as far as like 6 energies, which is the attention. Wherever your attention goes, the energy basically shall flow and, of course, grow. So basically, how you can utilize that 6 energy is pretty much predicated towards what you pretty much need to be paying attention to, towards things that's going to pretty much work in your circumference versus it working out of your circumference. Because anything that's pretty much outside of you is something you already created inside of you. And the moment you basically seek outside yourself to pretty much go chase it, you pretty much lose yourself. You pretty much get trapped. And of course, you pretty much get washed away because your internal waters wasn't pretty much met in a better predicament as far as you going inside there and of course getting that treasure out for you to pretty much present your treasure and of course put your shit on the platform. Of course, show the world that you already have it inside of you. And of course, no matter how the outside look, you got everything situated, of course, correlated. But yeah, we're gonna basically break down these energies. We're gonna get into your houses. We're gonna also get into your signs. We're gonna also get into your tarots. We're also gonna basically break into all these perspectives and of course you will be working with. So we got the Sunshine and Neptune right now. So you're gonna have this gift to act and express deep dreams and imaginations in a very hidden, secretive kind of way. You also got the Sun sextile Pluto, so you're gonna have opportunities to express transformation in a very deep private matter. You also got the Sun sextile the Moon right now, so you're gonna have opportunities to feel comfortable with reacting and responding towards taking full control over what you got going on when it comes to your work, health, and routines. You also got the sun. You also got the sun conjunct Mercury at the moment. So that means we're going to basically be expressing our mind, and we're going to basically be expressing deep things that's on our mind. You also got the sun trying Jupiter. So we're going to have the gift to express and expand our privacy, our passions, and motivations. We also got the sun square Saturn. So with the sun square Saturn, this is pretty much learning how to get yourself out of a secluded bubble when it comes to you expressing what you, or this is pretty much learn how to express yourself when it comes to associating yourself in a deeper way or a transformative way, which means you pretty much may have to get out your comfort zone and get into your more Saturn Aquarius, associating yourself in the network zone because your comfort zone already pretty much working anymore. Being that we got the sun in the North Node and of course Saturn Aquarius. Yeah, we also got the sun conjunct Venus right now, so we're gonna be basically expressing and evaluating and appreciating deep love languages during this time with someone that you have a deeper connection with. Or you could pretty much go into a transformation during this time because Venus going to like being in Scorpio, debilitated head, and of course the sun already like being in Scorpio as well. Scorpio don't even like being in the sun. But it got its correspondences as far as how it can pretty much use and utilize. We also got the sun opposing Uranus at the moment. So that means we are going to basically be going through some uncomfortable changes when it comes to our uniqueness, our originality, and of course our actions, and of course what we shine light on deeply. We're also going through a moon square Mercury at the moment. So this is pretty much learning how to learn how to feel uncomfortable with detaching from your mind right now. Learn how to feel comfortable with detaching from your mind and your emotions during this time because the moment you're at war with your mind and your emotions, that means you're at war with yourself. And of course, you're pretty much it's like pretty much you're eating yourself. It's like basically not having it's like being a snake but not having your head on your body, but of course you're eating yourself. If you pretty much know what that means. That means you're pretty much at war and you're going through some minor conflict during the time when it comes to your reactions of comfortability and when it comes to your mind and your intellect. So basically, the Mercury is in Sagittarius, so that means we're gonna be pretty much thinking outside the box. Moon is in Virgo, so of course the moon wants to react and respond towards details. That means like mother and father at war. It's like mom and dad at war, some shit like that. We also got Moon square Venus, so that means we're gonna be pretty much feeling very uncomfortable when it comes to our love language during this time. Things may not be basically adding up during this time, and also we're gonna pretty much react strongly to the details when it comes to our love languages, trying to pretty much get that shit organized. We also got Mercury conjunct Venus, also that expressing deep love languages when it comes to our mental state. We also got Mercury trine Jupiter. So pretty much with the Mercury trine Jupiter, whatever's on your heart and your mind, that basically will expand and come right back down. So basically, whatever you're pushing off, whatever you're expressing when it comes to your tongue, when it comes to your mind, these things is being shot up in the sky. And of course, these things have the get to expand. So whatever's on your mind is basically what you're expanding. Whatever's on your heart and your feelings and emotions is expanding. So be very careful. We also got Venus trine Jupiter. So with Venus trine Jupiter, we're gonna have this gift to love, appreciate, and value and expand our relationships for good or for worse. And also, we can go to the extremes here, so be careful of that. And we also got Mars squared Neptune. Learn how to not be all over the place when it comes to your delusion and of course your passions. Learn how to analyze these things and of course have the right perspective. We also dealing with that Sun square Moon. So pretty much just learning how to learn from your reactions and your actions. So that pretty much means you need to learn how to react and respond towards what you give your attention to, and learn how to react and learn how to take action towards things on a deeper level. About going about that perspective. We also got Mercury sextile Pluto. So you're gonna have opportunities to dive deep and also analyze things on a deeper level when it comes to the surface or transforming, or opportunities to communicate about transformations. We also got Jupiter sextile Pluto. So we're gonna have opportunities to go ahead and of course expand when it comes to our dreams, fantasies, and of course our status and careers and goals. We also got Saturn square Uranus. This is learning how to pretty much this is learning how to use reality and learn how to be unique and original when it comes to gaining comfortability and safety and security within your life. pretty much, fixated energies. That means you pretty much can be learn how to not be stubborn when it comes to your new way of networking. Learn how to not be stubborn when it comes to developing a new way of pretty much being unique and original and of course independent. Neptune sextile Pluto. This is opportunities to go ahead and of course trans form a dream, an imagination, or a status. We also got Sun opposing Saturn. So pretty much with the Sun opposing past Saturn, this is putting you into a situation of your actions and what you shine light on. It's going to be very uncomfortable when it comes to reality because you're pretty much still stuck into a routine or a pattern that you pretty much think that's going to come back, but of course it's not going to come back because we are pretty much in a new world during this time. So we got to come up with new ways of doing things. The old way is outdated, so you got to learn how to get comfortable with uncomfortable circumstances, situations. But you also got Mercury trine Neptune, so you're going to have this deep gift to analyze your illusions and your fantasies on a deeper level. Also expand with it because Jupiter is also in that mix. We also got Mars square Jupiter. So it's learn how to expand your passions. So pretty much what this basically means, this is pretty much learn how to expand your passions and not be too surface. Feel me? Think big. Look at the bigger picture. We also got Mars trine Saturn. So you're gonna have this gift to communicate and share ideas when it comes to associating yourself in the world with others. We also got Jupiter conjunct Neptune. So this is extreme dreams, fantasies, illusions, imaginations, and experiences dealing with dreams. So that means you can expand into a dream or a nightmare during the sound. So basically, be careful of what you're presenting yourself and how you're presenting yourself in the world because you don't want to put yourself into that circumstance situation of doing the unexpected and unvaluing yourself. And if you have the moon in if you have the moon in Virgo in your first house, you're a Virgo ascendant. So what does this mean? This means you need to pretty much be reacting and responding towards personal work, personal health, personal routines, and personal scheduling systems. And how you should pretty much be taking action in that perspective is dealing with this in your environment, your surroundings, and your friends. So the personal people, places, and things in your life, and of course your environment, your surroundings, and of course your community. Now, the areas and locations that you're going to basically be going through some detriment moments will basically be the comfortability of your home, family, and your seventh house, your relationships. So be aware of the relationships and the home and family members that you pretty much are corresponding yourself with. Feel me? It may basically be a situation that things may slip up in the wrong way, but try not to allow this thing to pretty much wash you up. Now, when it comes to the Grand Trine Earth energies, the areas and locations that you're going to have the gift to manifest some resources and material, if you put in the work, will be your first house, personal life, fifth house, self expressions, ninth house, wisdom and knowledge. Now, if you are Leo ascendant, you got this in your second house. So basically, when it comes to the second house, it pretty much means you need to pretty much spend time, patience, and adapt to ways of valuing and appreciating your work, health, and routines, and also your comfortability and of course areas and locations that you plant seeds at. Now, how it should be looking, it should be looking towards home, comfortability, family, and privacy. Now, be aware because you're going to basically be dealing with some circumstances and situations of detriment moments when it comes to basically get well, I kind of like when it comes to your fifth house, your eighth house, and your second house. Be aware that your fifth house and your eighth house. Be aware that that's going to be the detriment moments. Your love affairs and your secrets. So be aware of that. Try to be aware of that. Be aware of the energy that you're in, and be aware of the energy that's going to basically be coming towards you when it comes to your fifth house and your eighth house. Detriment moments. That's where Virgo is debilitated with Sagittarius and Pisces. It's not a bad debilitation, but of course, be aware of some situation that you may basically run into. Now, the grand earth trines that you're going to basically be having to get to utilize and manifest resources and material will basically be your second house, your values, your sixth house, your scheduling system, and your 10th house, your status and what you're known for. Now, if you have um Virgo in your third house, you're a Cancer ascendant. So basically, by default, you're gonna basically be reacting and responding towards your environment and your surroundings. And how it's gonna look very romantic. And basically be careful of, yeah, if you have Virgo in your third house or Cancer ascendant, you guys are going to be basically learning how to react and respond towards the routines and schedule systems that are with your environment and your surroundings. How it should be looking. Should be looking very deep when it comes to your romance and of course your hobbies of Scorpio season. Now basically be aware you're going to be going through some detriment moments when it comes to your sixth house, your scheduling system, and your ninth house, your experiences. Also, you're going to have a grand trine Earth when it comes to your surroundings, your relationships, and your networking skills. Now, if you are Gemini ascendant, you got Virgo in your fourth house. So this means you pretty much you're gonna be having opportunities, but also you're gonna be going through the learning aspects when it comes to reacting and responding towards um the work, health and routines dealing with home, family, comfortability, and of course privacy. So pretty much, help out your home and your family and things that matter. Help out grandma. Now, how it should be looking should be you should put this on your scheduling system. Make this a routine scheduling system that you can utilize and manipulate and take full control over when it comes to your sixth house of Scorpio. Now, watch how you're gonna have detriment moments when it comes to your relationships, your status, what you're known for. Be aware of those things. You're gonna have detriment moments in that. Now, this grand Earth trine that you're gonna basically have is gonna be a fourth house, home, family, eighth house, your privacy and your secret, and of course your 12th house, your dreams. So that's going to be the grand Earth trine. That's going to basically be your fruits and vegetables that you're going to be receiving and collecting when you in those energies of your houses. Now, if you have Virgo in your fifth house, you're going to be placed into a circumstance in a situation of reacting and responding towards love and romance, or putting your love and romance on a scheduling system. And how it's going to be looking is going to be looking like relationships, one-on-one relationships or partnerships. Sun and Scorpio. Now, also, watch out for your detriment moments. Your detriment moments are going to basically be dealing with your eighth house, sexual desires, and 11th house, associations. So be aware of that. Now, this grand Earth trine that you're going to have is going to be gifted into your fifth house, your romance, your ninth house, your education, and of course, your first house, your personal life. Now, also, if you have Virgo in your sixth house, it's very strong here. So that means you're gonna be reacting and strong. You're gonna be reacting and responding towards strong emphasis dealing with your scheduling system, and also how it's gonna be looking. It's gonna be looking like Scorpio, eighth house, deep, private, hidden. Now, watch out. You're gonna go through some detriment moments dealing with your ninth house and your 12th house, and of course, you're gonna have a grand Earth trine dealing with your work, health, and routine, your status, career, and goals, and of course, your second house. Also, now, if you have Virgo in your seventh house, see the seventh house falls here. And by default, you're a Pisces ascendant. So, of course, you're going to be basically dealing with some opposition and obstacles, or you're basically going to be dealing with a 180. And you're going to be dealing with some semi sextiles. Now, in this house and location where you have Virgo at, you need to be pretty much reacting and responding towards some form of commitment and balance, and also putting that on a scheduling system and not allowing someone, not using your relationships too. Don't try not to lose nobody in your relationship. Try to balance things out during the time when it comes to your one-on-one relationships and how you relate to yourself in the world. And basically, how it needs to basically be looking, it needs to be basically looking like ninth house, expanding deep on your moralities and your beliefs. Also, your detriment moments is going to basically be your personal life and also your status, your 10th house. So basically be aware of those circumstances, situations. Try to make sure these things is protected. Also, your grand Earth trine is going to basically be rectified when it comes to your 7th house, relationships, 11th house, associations, and of course your 3rd house, your environment and your surroundings. Also, if you have Virgo in your 8th house, this basically means you're a Aquarius ascendant. So basically, you need to be basically reacting and responding towards deep routines, deep desires, and deep passions and motivations behind the scenes, secretive. Now, how it should basically be looking, it should basically be broadcasted when it comes to your status, career goals, and responsibilities and duties and obligations. And watch out for your detriment moments. It's going to basically be in your 11th house and your second house. Your resources, your money, your material, and of course, who you associate yourself with. Now, your grand Earth trine is going to basically be your 8th house, your 12th house, and your 4th house. So basically, utilize these as gifts. Also, if you have if you have Virgo in your ninth house, it's kind of like debilitated here. So by default, you are Capricorn ascendant. So pretty much you need to be learning how to react and respond towards your experiences, your meanings, and of course your purposes and your reasons. And of course how I should be looking, associate yourself and broadcast at that and network that. Now your detriment moments is going to basically be dealing with your dreams and your surroundings. Now your gifts is going to basically be in your ninth house, your first house, and your fifth house. Now, if you have Virgo in your if you have Virgo, oh damn, if you have Virgo in your 10th house, you a Sagittarius ascendant. So pretty much you need to be reacting and responding towards putting your scheduling system on a routine and getting organized and practical in that area. And how it should be looking like 12th house, dreams, fantasies, illusions, and beliefs. Now watch out. You're gonna have detriment moments dealing with your first house and your fourth house. And your grand Earth trine is gonna basically be utilized in your 10th house, your second house, and your sixth house for the Sagittarius. Yeah, if you have Virgo in your 11th house, this is pretty much a lot. If you have Virgo in your 11th house, you need to go ahead and, of course, feel comfortable with reacting and responding towards being organized and looking at the details, of course, being a service towards how you can help your associations, your groups, your friends, your acquaintances, and people, places, and things that you connect with yourself with. And how I should basically be looking, you need to get your personal life situated first. And of course, you personally you need to get your personal life, others that you personally connect with, situated before you put yourself out there in the world. So self and association, pretty much. Now also, you're gonna go through some detriment moments, or you're gonna manifest detriment moments, depending on the seeds you plant, or how strong the emphasis would basically be affecting your second house and your fifth house. And your grand earth trine energies is going to be with your groups, associations, your environments, your surroundings, and of course your relationships. And last but not least, Libra ascendant. You have Virgo in your 12th house. It's opposite. It don't like being here, but of course I gotta basically do what I gotta do. So basically in this house and location right here, you need to go ahead and of course react and respond towards your dreams, imaginations, fantasies, and illusions. Make sure you get yourself some rest. You will also be dealing with a 180. And you're also gonna be dealing with a semi-sextile. And you're also gonna be dealing with some ups and downs. You're gonna have some whole lot of pent-up energy. So make sure you meditate, get your mind so your ass won't have no sleep paralysis. Make sure the feather is light, not heavy. Also, how it should basically be looking, it should be looking like second house. Patience, time, value in systems, stability, safety, security. So take your time. It's pretty much taking your time when it comes to your dreams, imagination, fantasies. That's basically what you need to be doing. That's how it should be looking. Now, your detriment moments is going to be your environment, people, places, and things in your environments, your work, health, and routines, or the people, places, and things in your work, health, and routine. And your grand earth trine energies are going to be your dreams, your home, which is your 12th house, your 4th house, and of course your 8th house, which is your deep desires, of course, what you do behind closed doors. That's going to basically be your grand earth trine energies. And that's going to basically be the energies of the day. And we're going to basically get into the tarot card reading, of course, see how that's going to basically play out with you guys' energy. So we're gonna basically be getting into the situations of what you need to be releasing and how you should be basically reacting and responding towards the moon Virgo and also the sun sextile the moon, which is the sun in Scorpio and of course the moon in Virgo, and also the grand earth trine energies that you can pretty much utilize for the people, places, and things that's not familiar with, certain parts of astrology. Also a circumstance situation of people, places, and things that kind of like, interested in the perspective of seeing a different outlook on how to utilize these energies, of course, working in their favor.